Hairline coming back, that plant starting to get alive again. That means only one thing: bull market. Now, I want to talk about the biggest mistakes, the biggest misconceptions in the altcoin market, mostly what you guys said on the YouTube channel, the questions that were asked about certain coins, about the market. If you have any questions or things that you want to tell me, let me know down below. I'm going to cover them in one of the next videos. Let's get into it. So, welcome, by the way, to the FOMO Factory. If you want to like the video, I won't stop you. So let's get into it, man. Somebody said, I'm in crypto since 2017 here. Big wins and big losses is part of the way, and that's definitely true. I think that when did you enter crypto? Let it know down in the comments. I think that a lot of people entered crypto somewhere in this cycle and they haven't been through the mania phase yet. And therefore, it's hard to believe that that can happen. But like Mr. Gibbs also says, like, there are moments of big wins and there are moments of big losses. And that's all part of the game. It's crypto. You know, it's not the S&P. It's more volatile. And it's part of the game. Yeah. Somebody said to keep your emotions out, it's good to let a bot trade for you. I think you are a bot, so shut the bot up. What do you think about ICP and Propy coin? Thanks for your precise content. Appreciate it. Narrative-wise, I don't have much to say about it because I don't know much about either of those. Propycoin, I don't know at all. But I can take a look at it. So Propy, it is also more of an altcoin review kind of video. If people request that, no problem. Propy should be this one. Very low cap, right? So it is, of course, the more speculative coin. It has a Coinbase listing, which is good. So there should be something to this. Price, market cap. You know, it's a real old coin. I should know it actually. But it looks good chart-wise, right? It without an alt season already kind of went back to the alt season high of 2021. So that's like a really good sign. Went to a $300 million market cap, all the way down to like 20, back to like 300, and now it went down back to 46. Now sitting at 70. You know, this apart from what it is chart-wise, it looks, you know, pretty good actually. ICP. So in the past, I wasn't bullish on ICP, and that was because ICP on its Bitcoin pair didn't look great, right? And I don't know how it looks right now. Okay, so you know, still terrible. Like ICP, bad investment. However, we have to realize that the further we get in the cycle, the less interesting Bitcoin pairs are going to get, at least for me, because we are starting to get in the point of the cycle where altcoins overall are going to have a moment of outperformance, alt season, whatever you want to call it, right? There might be a slowing down of QT. And then altcoins in general will run against Bitcoin, right? And one won't do as great as the other. And chart-wise, ICP, like, I know a lot of people like it, but yeah, you cannot look at the chart and say that like this is good, right? Like this fucking terrible. But again, you know, given the fact that we will likely see an alt season somewhere this year, I think that ICP will just go with that. And you know, the thing is though that if you look at the performance so far, it went to an $8 billion market cap, went to a $6.5 billion market cap. It's now a 2.5. Yeah, it can go back here. But nothing outperformance wise or whatever. I think it just will go with the market, and it will do fine actually. I think. Fior S-Fund. Fior also Fior is like, I had it on my watch list, but at a certain point I became less interested because it broke this level right here. Then again, you know, it's still holding these lows, so maybe I'll just draw this thing wrong, right? Like these were the actual lows. Yeah, look, it's holding up better against Bitcoin than a lot of other altcoins. Also, it's a little older, so we have more history, right? But this is like back in 2021, the level where we are sitting right now was the best level to buy to make the most gains potentially out of this. And I am not saying that it will get back there, right? If that happens while Bitcoin stays elevated, then Fresti is gonna blow the shit up. But I'm saying, like, hey, if you ever want to buy this, yeah, I mean, this is the best chance, like you will ever get. It's insane, right? It can go low though, and S Fund, yeah, it's my like I just love S Fund, and Launchpads are also the biggest no-brainers for me. They're innovative. It's a good opportunity right now as well. So yeah, it's always perfect, man. Somebody said I entered last cycle doing better, but not great. My ChainGPT entry was 20 cents, got down to 18 cents like most. But ChainGPT released this cycle, right? Released in, well, the bear market, basically. Um, but yeah, okay, we'll go back there though. I went all in on the first leg down. Oh, yeah, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I will leave this market in the green. Awesome. Yeah. I don't know where your average entry is sitting, but I think that if it will be around that 18 cents or whatever, it's going to be very, very, very hard for you to not be in a profit at a certain point. I mean, it's already it's already almost there, right? 18 cents is a 40% pump from here. In the full cycle, bro, we can see that in one day, right? Like, so it will be fine. Yeah. Appreciate you. I bought in mid-April when the charts were screaming by good quality alts, so I did. Today I am up 200+%. Awesome, dude. So to others watching this video, if you buy when you're freaking scared, it probably means we're near the bottom. Thanks for your voice of reason, Fun Factory. Appreciate you, man. And like, it's that simple, but it's that hard also to really apply, right? But it's exactly like you say, right? When you feel really uncomfortable buying, like, oh, this is really low. I don't know, man. We're in the middle of a downtrend. It could get worse. Then overall, it's usually a pretty good buying moment, right? It now feels a lot more comfortable. Yeah, but you pay for comfort, right? This thing is up 2.5x already. Yeah, that's comfortable, right? So overall, yeah, exactly. Like you said, man, you're always awesome. I've been watching your videos for a long time now. Your sentiment analysis has been pretty spot on, unlike other channels that just echo the fear and greed. I think you just have to counter trade the fear and greed, right? Like, that's what we just noticed in crypto. Indeed, like the market was going down, and I also got, I overall got some positive comments on the channel until that last correction happened, right? And that's just because, I don't know, man, people, they see their money go down. Don't fuck with my money, right? Like, they get frustrated. I get that. But overall, when that happens, yeah, that's a great moment to buy. And if you now look at the sentiment, the amount of retail, the fear and greed, it's all still very low at this moment. So, yeah. Somebody says, OG C5 fan here. Welcome. I would comfortably hold Caspa for the upcoming 10 years. I mentioned Caspa to you in one of my comments around one. It was you. You're a fucking legend, bro. Yeah, I remember somebody from the community said that. And I was like, yeah. Like, you know, the thing is that people, they call a lot of coins, right? And 99% is now down. So I know what you're going to say. But you read it live and you said the market cap is already big. Yeah. The thing is, like, man, you nailed it, man. Problem is though that if you listen to everybody that throws new altcoins, then your net outcome is going to be negative anyway, because you may have made profit on Caspa, but you lost with all the other ones. So it's always a matter of risk reward, and Caspa turned out to be that exception. And I hope you made a good money with that, man. However, we are OGs to make money, whether it's cash. No, it doesn't matter, man. If you make money, then who cares with what coin that is? I mean, I assume you buy the coins that you like because you assume you can make money with it, but let's not marry it indeed. One thing that I would personally not do is hold it for 10 years. Again, you might be also right about that, but it's just my general rule. Altcoins, whatever altcoin it is per definition not a multi-year hold for me. Bitcoin is already like, okay, so far so good, but even that's always but alts, oh man, they can like, people would said the same about Luna, about all the stuff that was around in 2017, and yeah, so far that just doesn't have a good history. Maybe Casper will change that. Let's hope. Holding 78K Arrow at 78 cents. Look, that's a sign, man. And that's also a big fucking bag. Arrow is great, man. Look, the thing is that I think that Ethereum is going to have that real hated rally this cycle. But the layer 2s on Ethereum will, be very popular. And if you look at the best and fastest and cheapest layer 2 on Ethereum, it's Base, right? And yeah, how to get better exposure to Base than holding Arrow, right? The leading DEX. And it already showed as well, like whenever the market has a little tick up, right? It's not really explosive. This thing already went up 2.5x. For such a relative high cap altcoin, that shows like, man, whenever there's an actual reversal, this thing is going to do insane. My average, unfortunately, is a little high on Arrow. So I don't know exactly what to do at this moment. Still try to figure that out. But man, bro, you will do fine, man. Really good. Gate up, part of the Alpha Factory and a community, a lot of alpha. So many bullish charts. We can add the global M2 to that. Also, looking at the global M2, it will see that a fake out for the bears could be less likely. Putting it all together as you have, it looks like it started 3 weeks ago, and it's now still good for entries. This year is going to be fantastic. Yeah, it's not exactly how you said it, but yeah. Yeah, man, I completely agree with you. Like, I think we should all zoom out and look like, hey, what's actually going on in the world? How is there actually money? How is Bitcoin following that? There are ways to, not predict, but to make your expectation more realistic. And this is definitely a very good way to do that. Somebody said, dude, I keep missing the part on when to sell. I've just been buying for the last 3 years. You're my go-to guy. Don't forget to say when we are toppy, and it might be a good time to DCI out from alt. So I made a video not too long ago. It's something with get the F out, and it's all red. And you'll notice it's from like kind of a week ago or so. That's my exit strategy video. And I think that if you missed that one, definitely check that one out, because I can make and will videos about when I think that the market looks toppy. But it doesn't mean that that is the moment that you should go out. You should go out, DCA out before that, right? Because you don't want to time the top. And otherwise you're going to round trip. And yeah, when do you DCA out? Right? Are you going to do it based on your goals? That's what I do. I have a goal. I want to reach that, and I'm a DCA out so that I achieve my goal, and everything above it is extra. Are you really big on the 4-year cycle, and you just say like, hey, from September until December, I'm a DCA out? There are many different options. I covered mine. I will cover the other ones as well soon, though. But it's far from time. Yes, here I am agree with time. Things will be big. All right, man. Cool. Bigger than alt season 2021. Yeah, depends on how you look at it. I don't look. Alt season is, again, I'm a boy with this nerd shit, but it's where altcoins outperform Bitcoin. Right? And if you look at alt season 2021 from the very bottom to the top, yeah, what actually started here, by the way, then it did a 550%. So if we say that alt season is going to be bigger, then it at least has to going to do 550%, right? That's what is technically a bigger alt season. if that's going to happen, I mean, yeah, so far every alt season has been going higher than the previous one, but you know, at a certain point, altcoins cannot be worth more than 100% against Bitcoin, right? So it has to diminish at some point. Will it be this cycle? Will it be next cycle? That's what we don't know. But yeah, maybe, man, maybe not. I don't know. And but even if it is way smaller than 2021, we will be fucking rich, man, because we have now the best entries. And you have to not forget that altcoins here outperformed a 20K Bitcoin. Here they outperformed a 60K Bitcoin. Here they're about to outperform 100K plus Bitcoin. So they don't even need to outperform Bitcoin more because in ratio, Bitcoin is worth more already. Right? So they just need a smaller piece of that more expensive Bitcoin to go to the same prices, let's say. Right? So yeah, looks good, man. The money is already here. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is a weird comment. So this dude is comparing me to Crypto and Carl the Moon, and like, I think that you can make maybe a lot of comparisons, but these will probably be the last people that I would look at. Like, I think that these two are completely idiots. That I have no idea what the comparisons is, man. I really don't know. Brother than his hair, let the run begin. Why do you have K-Dub's picture though? Or is this a glitch on my YouTube? Anyway, I've done my hair. Yeah, I did a transplant in December, which was a pretty cool timing, actually. Like, if you look at this, I cashed out on coins in December to do that. And here we go, right? Like, that was here. So that was a pretty nice timing. But I don't think that has, and I don't think that the market be like, okay, let's wait with our next move to see what FOMO does with his hair. We're gonna make so much money, I'll never stop believing and continue to DCA down the road. Yeah, it's like, it's I think a matter of like not having too high expectations whenever we go up here, but not put your expectations too low whenever we are here. And I think that at this moment, people set the bar a little too low, maybe, right? It's funny, right? Like here, everybody said like, oh, everything can 10x. And here, all of a sudden, it wasn't possible. Well, it's more possible here than here, right? Like it doesn't have to be that complicated. Really enjoy the type of videos where you spill out all the thoughts backed by charts. Excellent stuff. Way better than the crypto banter. Our 56th all-time greatest portfolio. Urgent warning. Yeah, like I don't like that, man. I'm a little allergic to that kind of stuff. I get that a lot of YouTubers, including crypto banter, are trying to run a business and that they are very good at running a business. And a business, you need to monetize your business. How do you monetize? By getting people to your channel, right? And then YouTube AdSense, you get paid for that. They have sponsors. They have some coins that they get paid for. They have all type of ways to get money. And sometimes with these kind of channels, I feel like that's a little more important for them than the ethics and the actual content that they're making. And that's a step too far, right? As a YouTuber, bro, I love to, if I can monetize this a little bit better, but not if it means that I have to, do things that are not ethical or whatever, right? So, but yeah, some people, whatever, man. Somebody said, I hope we don't get another dump. Well, probably have to disappoint you. It's crypto. We will get another dump at some point. Always, right? It's not only up. It's not only down. If you look at 2017 as well, right? Like if you zoom out, it was up only, right? But in the middle of it, it's just a roller coaster, right? You go up really hard and then you go down with like 38% on Bitcoin, right? Not alts, on Bitcoin for weeks. And that happened so many times. What a roller coaster that is. But at the end of the day, it was just basically a fat bull market, right? So even if there are big dumps, it doesn't mean that it's not the road towards the moon. Why does it automatically scrolls upwards though? Somebody said 2017 alt season, my entire shitcoin bag ran 25x. 2021, it ran 47x. Hope this one will be bigger. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and that shows experience, right? Like 2017 alt season was bigger. But if you're an OG and you already went through that in 2017, then you know your mistakes, you know a little bit more about cycles, so you do it better in the next one, right? So, man, I mean, there's a good chance that you will do fine. And, you know, like, you don't have to risk a lot of money. Let's say you entered with $1,000, right? 25x. 25K. Let's say you put that in and you did a 47x on that. I don't do the math right here, but that's a lot, right? That's more than $1 million. Let's say you do a 5x right now, you're sitting on 5 million. That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's really insane. I will be a multimillionaire if my backs go 47x this time. What kind of amount of money are you guys in with? Like, I start to feel like my responsibility is kind of killing me over here, dude. Shit. Does the market cap equal the money traded or liquidity of volume token needed to reach this X market cap? It's very simple. Market cap equals supply times price, right? So you can calculate it for yourself as well. I see that ICP has a price of 492. There are at the moment in circulation, well, that's this right here, 530 million. Do that times this, and then you're sitting on a $2.6 billion market cap. So that's how it's calculated. And it's all a matter of question demand, right? Like, it's more, hey, people are willing to pay $4.92 for it right now. Oh, and more people want to buy it. They want to pay $5 for it, right? But it's not actually money that is like there. It's a little weird to explain. I hope you understand, though. If you are in small profits for some altcoins at this stage, would you take them and rotate them into strong microcaps to lower microcap averages before it may be too late? Microcaps I'm speaking of are ALB, Ski, and Aerobot. You can do that. That depends on your risk, man. If you feel like, man, I need a 5x in this cycle from this point, then don't. Like, you can do that with the higher caps. If you feel like, man, I really want to, make 40x, yeah, it's more risky, but you can. It is showing that overall, this is the lower caps versus the higher caps, basically, right? And this is pretty insane, actually, right? It just came from a point where it was so low at where it was in May or June 2023. That was the bear market low, pretty much, for the altcoin market, right? That was here, this point. That's what we're just climbing out of right now when it comes to low caps, high caps ratio. So that's pretty sick. Now, does that, and yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, does it mean that every low cap is gonna do well? No. That's always risky, right? What if we get another correction in the market and these founders of these micro cap projects feel they don't have the experience, right? They don't feel as comfortable and they feel like, okay, fuck this, I'm out, right? These projects die for no reason, let alone if the market gives us one. So I do feel like the best time to step in real micro caps is whenever we are in alt season, right? And that's not so that you get the biggest gains, but you have so much more certainty, and I'm willing to pay for certainty. And it's on you if you want to pay for certainty, more certainty at least. So, yeah, I mean, overall answer, it's not like the worst stage of the market to now take a little more risk, but it's not confirmed enough for me at least. Somebody said I thought the same on April 7, but Sonic. And yeah, the thing is there are two Sonics, right? There are Sonic SVM and there are Sonic as in Phantom. But if you bought that at April 7, I think you did pretty well, actually. Let me take a look at what happened right there. April 7 was here. Oh, yeah, they're pretty decent price, man. Like, that's already like one of the few lows that it had. I mean, shit. Nice job. Apparently, Benjamin Cowen takes into consideration his own risk level metrics when it comes to altcoins. But when it comes to the dominance, he doesn't look at it, to put it like that. How is he still 90% in Bitcoin with his own risk level metric indicating the dominance almost at 1? I think that for him, it's more that he has a lot of money. Let me take a sneak peek because I'm in his paid platform. And if you are, then you get into the Telegram group, and I pay $100 for it. There are more than 5,000 people in there. So only that platform is generating $5 million bucks every month. Now you have taxes, his staff, etc. Overall, the man is rich. So I get that he why should he take risk? I totally get that, right? And so far, it has been the right call, right? So far, I cannot say anything bad about his approach so far. The thing is that indeed, if you take a look at the risk metric, which I've showed before, look, he's always like, hey, if Bitcoin hits 0.6 risk or higher, it's getting overheated, right? Let alone 0.9. And that was always the market top, basically. So we know 0.9 risk levels are just like get out rather yesterday than today, right? But on the Bitcoin dominance, it is sitting there. And he indeed still is bullish on the Bitcoin dominance. I think that his mistake is not that he is bullish himself on it, right? Because he can afford to miss out on an altcoin run. But his mistake is that he speaks about this publicly so much because he should know that probably nobody in his audience is as rich as he is, right? We, as an audience, want an altcoin run, right? If it doesn't happen, he will be like, oh, yeah, too bad, but fine. We be like, ah, fuck, kind of counted on it, right? Like, and it seems to me like he's trying to convince people to time the top together with him or something. And although he has been right so far, I think he's taking it a step too far at this moment. Because indeed, like his own metric, I'll show you, but his own metric is saying get out. So I asked him a couple times, and he usually responds to a lot of things, but this he keeps ignoring this. So I don't know, but nothing bad to him. Man. I mean, shit, he does so fantastic. But that's also surprising to me, though. I got into crypto 2 months ago. Everything seems so bullish right now. Did I get in by the right time, or am I silly thinking this time is different? I don't know what you're basing the lessons on, like what might be different this time. I don't know about that. But if you entered crypto 2 months ago, yeah, it depends on when exactly, right? Is it beginning of March, right? Like that would have been here. That's a very good timing. Was it slightly before that? I don't know. Overall, most people they went a lot in here in December. So if anything, you're doing a lot better than others. That's all I can say. At this point, it could be 10,000x bigger than I think, and I won't make it 2x. Yeah, you bought the top. Okay. Yeah, I mean, right. If you have confidence in the market, then maybe DCA more. And if you have the possibility to do so, and otherwise, I mean, just sit it out. You were bullish enough on the market to buy when things are high, so I assume you are bullish enough to buy it when you can get a lot cheaper. That would be my assumption. Somebody said kind of the same strategy as me, but I will set a stop loss under the price. If it pumps, great, then I can use the stops. If it crashes, I profit. That way I should be able to get near the top without getting wrecked. Yeah, it's a safer way, but it also gives you more exposure of potentially missing out, right? That's kind of, again, there's no right and wrong or whatever, right? Somebody is willing to take a lot of risk. Somebody is not willing to take a lot of risk. And yeah, what works for one doesn't work for the other. And if this makes you feel comfortable, if you feel like whatever, if I do miss out, doesn't matter, it makes me feel more, relaxed by it, with it, then great. I personally don't. I just don't. I haven't been through all of this to get stopped out right before it goes up, right? Like that. That would fucking suck, man. So, but yeah, but that's me, man. Like again, everybody has their own strategy. Are you still an ambassador of Cetify? I never hear you about it anymore. No, I was an ambassador for SWorld, but they stopped the ambassading, I think. Is that a word? Ambassading? But I'm still bullish on the project. And look, that was so nice about it. Ambassador or not, it would have not made a difference because I like the project and therefore I talk about it. So the thing is, though, that at the latest couple of months, the market was shit, right? Every low cap altcoin did even worse. So it would be quite irresponsible for me to talk about it in the middle of a downtrend, right? I didn't cover any micro caps. And it shows that if you now look at SWorld, here you go, right? It did pretty good at the beginning. We talked about it during the pre-sale. It did a 3x. You get some staking rewards. Nice. But yeah, you'll notice that whenever the market goes down, for SWorld, it took a lot longer, by the way, because the market was already going down right here somewhere. And SWorld eventually, more than a month later, started to dump as well. Right? Yeah. It's what it is, part of the game, man. There's inflation, there's a bad market, like that's what it is. In the long term, gaming is really, I think, the most obvious thing that's gonna be the biggest run in crypto. But eventually, if it's gonna be this cycle or next cycle, I don't even know anymore, right? But it's pretty much a given that it will do. Like, if it like it makes more sense than whatever I can think of. And the quality is getting the price is getting really low compared to the quality. I am running a project that's have been seeing higher market caps than freaking a Cetify project. It's not because my project was so overvalued. So you know what it is. So at a certain point, we will see this thing doing insane. There's a $2 million market cap right now. Can it go to 1 first or whatever? It can, and therefore I'm a little cautious with it. But can it go to 500 million as well? Also possible. So there's my opinion. Somebody said Cetify is all this guy has to talk about. Like, I covered him like 3 times in half a year, but it's always the same. Every time I spend a little more time on a specific project, people are gonna bitch about something, right? So, I don't know. Super random modang. Yeah, I'm in super render as well. Modang, I'm not. But should be good. Sui, XRP, EOS, all top alts to hold. Personally, all 3 not in my list. But there's a good chance that they will do well. Like EOS, I don't hear that a lot from people, actually. I don't know how that's looking, but that's like so old by now. Like, I don't know what's going on over there, actually. Went to a $15 billion market cap in 2017. Went to 5 or 10 billion in 2021. So that's a little diminishing, actually. While Ethereum and Bitcoin are making higher highs. So if anything, you could take less risk for more reward. But who knows what it's going to do. Cetify and SWorld hopefully will make many people turn back on their ecosystem. Turn back on their ecosystem? I don't know what you mean, man. Top bull market launchpad coins like Engine Starter. You might want to do your research on Engine Starter, dude. Like, it has never been a top launchpad coin. You know, back in the day, I would put it in my top 5. But top as in top. Like, But Engine Starter is one of the projects that showed that they cannot handle a market that's not beneficial for altcoins. So fuck Engine Starter. This again to the you cover one project like more specific. I can be bullish on a certain project, and how do you feel about Red Belly Network, RBNT? Oh, that's my thumbnail, RBNT. I don't feel nothing for it because I don't know about it. But I don't know if this is correct, but if this is the case and it has like a 10x inflation, then you might want to research how that works, because that could be a little dangerous. Market cap went from 400 million to 20 million in this last dip. Yeah, do you really want to know how I feel about that? I don't know. Account numbers online show the results of all famous influencers and their multiple altcoin portfolios. Terrible. Yeah, but they're not consistent, man. These people, they tell you what you want to hear, right? Here's video. I was thinking, is guys still watching this, by the way, or can I just better quit it? Let me know if you're still watching. I would really appreciate you. I was thinking about my exit strategy last week. I'm now thinking on what to do when the bear market hits, like how you manage my stables or where to put my money in that stage of the market. It can be a good future video, like always. Yeah, okay, yeah, I appreciate that. And that's something really smart to think about. In my opinion, I will do a more full video on that. But in my opinion, at least in the bear market, don't be in altcoins. It doesn't matter what the fuck the altcoin is, even Ethereum. No altcoins, no exceptions, nothing, right? Nothing. Doesn't matter if you love something. In a bear market, even the S&P crashes, even Bitcoin crashes, let alone what your alts do, right? So rule number one, no alts during a bear market. Never, no exception, okay? That's my rule, at least. Stables, I wouldn't be comfortable with it, man. Like, they can depack. There's a bear market for a reason. So, wouldn't feel great. Like, why not put it on your bank account? If people are going to say, like, well, inflation, bro, you think 1 year inflation is going to kill your game? Like, dude, like, you're going to end up with more money with a year inflation than if you have your money in crypto for a year in a bear market. So that should not be a worry. But it also depends on how much you have. Like if you have a lot, you can go into property or whatever, or gold, like stocks, safer stocks, right? Like if you want to be a bit more risky and willing to lose in the meantime, but always have exposure to the king, right? Just be in Bitcoin, whatever. Bitcoin will come back from the bear market, no problem. Great video. I have 7K price target for ETH and 135 target for Bitcoin by the end of the year. Holding some pre-sale tokens as well, hoping for big upside on Human Digital, XY, blah, blah. I don't know about all these coins. Makes me wonder if you are a bot. If you're not, then yeah, I cannot see that by there. Then I apologize. And these price targets are, somewhat conservative, I think, still. I'm not selling my altcoins until we get back to the January highs, if that ever comes. I'm still down almost 50% since then. So I said, like, 50% down from the absolute highs that you have been. Like, it's not that bad. And he said, but maybe if it's a few $100, but it's 3.2 million, it hurts. Like, but it's all relative. Like 3 million can be a lot for you, while a couple $100 is a lot for somebody else, right? But also, yeah, if it hurts that much, then you just put in too much money, I guess. On the other hand, hey, if we get into the pretty obvious bull market that I expect, at least, then that 3.2 is also very likely going to be well over 10 mil. And then it's not that bad. Moongate protocol scam. Your video is good. Would be better if you shorten them. Yeah, we'll start doing that by this video. Oh shit, too late. Sorry. But man, I really be happy with a 5x. Leaving a moon back is icing on the cake. Yeah, I think so too. So a lot of comments, also things that I already responded on this was a little weird to me. This is going to be the biggest rug pull in history, and it will directly spark a war. Ask like this, as in crypto in general. I think that like that people said that in 2017, whatever, I understand, but I think we should all know by now that crypto in general is not a rug pull. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious. Will there be rug pulls in crypto? Of course, right? Like that's the risk for trying to get that much reward, but it's not that. Now, the thing that you can literally be scared of is that hackers are getting a lot smarter, and that there at some point will be such a fucking hack in crypto that everybody loses their money over that hack. So that's the only thing that kind of concerns me with crypto for now. So the technology has to beat the technology, I guess. So yeah, I just want to leave it there. Guys, I hope this was useful. It's like sometimes I just like to go over this kind of stuff. If you like that kind of content, let me know down below. Also, if you have something that you want me to cover in the next video, feel free, man. I like to stay in touch with the community. Makes me realize that I'm actually talking to people instead of a camera. That helps me. That's how I try to get better. But also, like, I think that maintaining a community every now and then of this size should be very doable, at least. And you guys also deserve not to put in comments and always get like, ignored. That fucking sucks. So thanks, man, again for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. See you in the next one.